Hi guys, Charlie here. Did you know that every year nearly 55,000 species of animals go extinct? That's nearly 150 species per day. Now, of course, that is sad. But there are some animals that I'm sure you will be glad are no longer around today. That is because they were simply too scary, powerful, and aggressive. And if they were around today, they would wipe out everything and everyone that went near them. So let's look at some terrifying animals you will be glad are extinct. Stick around to the end to see the animal that people are most happy is not around today. Gigantopithecus. Apes are very scary and powerful. In zoos, if apes ever escape, then they are not tranquilized. Instead, they are shot immediately because they can be so dangerous to humans. But modern apes are nothing compared to the Gigantopithecus. The Gigantopithecus is the largest ape that ever lived. This species went extinct around 100,000 years ago. This animal makes Bigfoot look like a cuddly pet. Gigantopithecus were about 10 feet tall and weighed 1,100 pounds. Even the most strong humans at the time would have been easy prey for the Gigantopithecus. These animals lived in the tropical forests of China for 9 million years. But although their gigantic stature was what made them so scary, it was also their downfall. The food sources in its environment rapidly changed. This meant that it could not eat enough to survive. That's because being such a gigantic animal, it required a lot of food. So its gigantic size is actually what caused this animal to go extinct. I guess bigger does not always equal better. Okay, maybe I'm just trying to make myself feel better. Chinese dragon. Are dragons real? Some people view dragons as mythical creatures that aren't real. But in 2017, a 60-foot skeleton was found in China, and this led many to believe that dragons used to exist in the area. The skeleton was found in Zhangjiakou City in northern China. The skeleton had a long spine, 2 small arms, and a large skull. Many of the residents said it's a perfect match of the legend beast. You see, it's been rumored for centuries that a dragon used to live in this area. All of the villagers watched this dragon in amazement. But it's not exactly known what species of animal this is. Either way, it's a good thing this dragon is no longer alive today. If dragons were alive today, then they would likely do untold damage to cities and towns everywhere they went. Andrewsarchus. The name of this extinct animal leads many to believe that it's a dinosaur, but it's not a dinosaur at all. In fact, it's a mammal. The Andrewsarchus lived during the Middle Eocene epoch, and it lived in what is today Mongolia. According to scientists, the Andrewsarchus had a similar diet to a velociraptor. This meant that it was very fierce and ate almost anything. But it especially loved to eat meat, and there's no doubt that if it was alive today, it would love to eat humans. Their most similar relative today are goats and sheep, which ironically do not eat meat but are eaten by humans. Andrewsarchus are known for their gigantic and strong mouths. Their razor-sharp teeth and jaw muscles would be enough to bite your arm clean off. But thankfully nature worked out pretty well, and these scary animals are no longer around today. Make sure that I don't go extinct by subscribing and pressing the notification bell too. It really does help me out. Mega Piranha. If you thought piranhas were scary, then you ain't seen nothing yet. Regular piranhas are very dangerous to humans and will eat you very quickly. But in the past, there used to be something much more scary dwelling in Earth's waters. Meet the Mega Piranha. Mega Piranhas were 70 to 130 centimeters long. They were found in the late Miocene period in waters in what is today considered Argentina. Scientists have found the teeth of Mega Piranhas, and they're very scary. Some parts of the Mega Piranha's body is actually a mystery to this day. That's because many of the fossils we've found have been incomplete. But what we do know is Mega Piranhas were very scary, and if they were around today, then you might think twice about swimming in the sea. Helicoprion. You may think that when it comes to underwater animals, you can't find anything more scary than a shark. Well, what about a shark with a buzzsaw in its mouth? That is effectively what the Helicoprion is. The Helicoprion is an extinct species of shark. But what made this animal so uniquely terrifying is that it had a circular saw in its lower jaw. This animal lived 290 million years ago, and it was incredibly tough, surviving a mass extinction event. But 240 million years ago, these went extinct. Just imagine if these things were still in our seas today. I don't think I would ever set foot in the sea or on a boat. The circular buzzsaw in its mouth was made up of very sharp teeth. And the animal itself was also massive at around 13 feet long. Titanoboa. Are you scared of snakes? Well, after seeing this creature, even the most scary snake will look pretty innocent. Well, after seeing the Titanoboa, even the most scary snakes we have today will seem pretty innocent. The Titanoboa was the largest and most terrifying snake to ever live. The Titanoboa mainly ate a diet of crocodiles, and it would sometimes eat these in just one bite. These lived around 60 million years ago in the waters of the tropics. They were very large, at around 40 feet in length. They would normally hunt their prey by constricting them. They would use their massive bodies and weight to suffocate their prey. After all, Titanoboas weighed around 2,500 pounds. That is one heavy animal. It's a good thing these guys went extinct, otherwise they would likely wipe out large areas of human life. Any small settlement or village near warm water where these things lived would be eaten. There's no way even an entire village of humans could take one of these things out. Their skin was simply too thick to pierce, and they would also move incredibly fast. Caprosuchus. Many say that the Caprosuchus is like a hybrid of a T-Rex and a crocodile. Yep, a very scary animal from the past and one from the present to make this terrifying creature. The Caprosuchus looks very much like a crocodile but with legs. These muscular and long legs mean that they could run very fast. No human would be able to outrun this animal. Its name literally means boar croc. That's because it has the body of a crocodile but the speed of a wild boar. It went extinct during a mass extinction around 66 million years ago, but it lived in the late Cretaceous era. Camarasaurus. Camarasaurus may look like some kind of mythical being or monster, but it's actually a real animal that did live on planet Earth. This creature was very similar to the Kraken. It was around 12 meters in length, and it was alive during the Ordovician period around 470 million years ago. This thing had gigantic tentacles that it would use to catch its prey. They would wrap their prey up in their tentacles and constrict it. Of course, if they ran into a human, then they would do that to us too. But thankfully, these things went extinct a long time ago. Otherwise, they would make the ocean even more scary than it already is. Megalodon. Now it's time for the animal that people are most glad is no longer around. At least as far as we know. You see, there is some debate as to whether megalodons are actually extinct or not. Megalodons make fictional sharks like Jaws or the Sharknado sharks look like babies. Megalodons were about 50 feet long, and just one of their teeth was the size of a human being. Megalodons lived for 14 million years, consuming massive amounts of ocean life. Officially, they went extinct 2.5 million years ago, but some believe that megalodons are still alive today. After all, we've only explored 5% of the Earth's oceans. That means megalodons could live in the remaining 95%. There have been many sightings that people say are megalodons, but we have not been able to confirm these sightings yet. If these guys are still around, then I'm glad that megalodons aren't on any beaches that humans go to. They can eat an entire great white shark like you're eating a French fry. So imagine how easily they would eat humans. But now it's time for you to make your voice heard. Comment down below which is the most scary animal you are glad is extinct. If you want some more amazing videos, then check out my second channel. But as always, thanks for watching. There are some more videos on screen right now. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to Top 10s.